Hi, my name is Mike White. I'm the safety director here at Discover Fellowship Church. I want to welcome you to the safety team, and I want to thank you for your willingness to serve in this important ministry of our church. As you go through this presentation, I want you to bear in mind that there's a lot of information, but it's not nearly as complicated as what it seems. Think of it as if someone were to ask you to write a technical document on how to wash your car. Chances are you'd wind up with a 30-page document on something that would actually take you 10 or 15 minutes to do. Just remember that all of this is just meant for us to provide the safest environment for our staff, our congregation members, and our visitors here at Discover Fellowship as we can. Thank you. I think it's important before we go any farther to clearly define what we are as a safety team, as well as just as importantly, what we are not. So if you take a few minutes, just go over this, if you will. This document will also be on our safety team webpage as a separate document so that you can look at it at your leisure. In this presentation, we'll be hitting on subjects such as the Discover Fellowship website, behind the scenes, where and how you can access the safety team page. We keep a lot of documentation and tutorials and schedules and things on the web page. I wanted to mention that we do use SecureX as our scheduling app and GroupMe as our everyday communication text app. However, we're going to have a separate video on those, and we'll also put links on the website to those. In this video, we'll go over training and insurance, our safety team zones and positions, our radio use, and safety team responsibilities in different types of emergencies. In order to access the safety team's back page from the website, go to the church's website at discoverfc.com. The opening page, which is shown here, there's a small dot as designated by the arrow. If you'll click on that dot, that will take you to the safety team sign-in page with a password. The password is shown below is DiscoverST with a capital D and a capital ST. That will take you right into our safety page. If you will, please don't share this with anyone because this is just for safety team members. There's a lot of information we store on the website, and this is the best way to access it. Our mandatory training for safety team members includes the NRA Basic Pistol and Defensive Pistol qualification courses, along with the annual requalifications that accompany those. That will be at the church's expense. Also, at the church's expense, we are providing 2 30-minute sessions per year per safety team member at West Armory to go through their shoot, no shoot video series. That training is invaluable, very, very helpful. And we ask that you would either go to the Christian Warrior website or to YouTube and watch their Assessing Threats video as well as their de-escalation video. They're very, very informative videos. We ask that you would become first aid, CPR, and AED trained and certified. That will be self-pay at your expense. However, the church will be sponsoring some self-pay classes, at least 1 or 2 this next year, coming up in 2026. Also, we'll have our monthly training sessions following our Sunday morning worship services, 1 Sunday per month. Our church insurance does cover each and every one of our safety team members from civil liability. However, it does not cover criminal liability, which could easily result from any type of incident at church. And that's why we highly recommend for each and every safety team member to carry an individual concealed carry insurance. That insurance will cover you anywhere you are, church, grocery store, traffic, anywhere you might be, and it can be obtained pretty reasonably. I think I pay $400 a year for full coverage. Companies such as UCCA provides it, as well as CCW Safe. there's several companies out there that you can obtain that insurance from. These are our safety team zones. We just ask each and every member just to kind of familiarize yourself with them. This is our first floor zones. As you can see, they're well delineated and well marked. The next slide will be our second floor zones. If you will, just familiarize yourself with them. Okay, let's talk for just a minute about our safety team positions. We have fixed positions. Those are our zones. There should be a safety team member assigned to each zone, at least one. Their responsibility is, in certain emergencies, to lock that zone down. Don't let anyone in or out in certain types of emergencies, and to remain in place until that emergency is mitigated and it's cleared by either law enforcement, fire, myself, or Rich Boer, our Assistant Safety Director, or a member of the Safety Council. Our mobile positions are our floaters. We try to have at least 2 or 3 floaters per event. The Safety Director, myself, Rich Boer, the Assistant Safety Director, each of our Safety Council members also provide mobile positions, and those positions are free to move about anywhere on the property to respond directly to any threats. They have the mobility to move around as needed. There won't always be myself or Rich Boer or even an event lead necessarily at the immediate area where there may be an incident. So with that in mind, any safety team member, in the absence of a safety team lead for that event or the director or anyone else, may act as a safety team coordinator. What they'll do is they'll announce it. Let's say it's a medical issue, a medical emergency. They'll just announce that I'm assuming safety coordinator, and they provide to coordinate our support functions to our medical team or whatever else is needed until they're relieved, again, by the safety director, the assistant director, or safety council member. Currently, our safety team radios are being stored in the wooden safety team cabinet on the first floor behind the children's check-in area. The safety team is currently using channel 9. Our MAT team, or medical aid team, is using channel 8, and our parking crew is using channel 6. However, due to changing conditions, interference, things like that, those channels are likely to change periodically. If they do, they will be listed on a dry erase board beside the radios in their chargers for every event or every worship service. If you will, when you pick up a radio, just glance at that just to make sure that you know what those channels are for that day or that event. We use plain speak, so it's nothing fancy. It sounds something like, "This is Mike, Zone 6A checking in." That should elicit a confirmation response from the event lead. An emergency might sound like, "This is Mike. We have a medical emergency in Zone 6A, assuming safety coordinator." At that point, our mobile safety team members will start responding. Our medical team should be responding because we'll switch over to the medical channel and announce the same thing. Going off sounds something like, "This is Mike, Zone 6A checking out." Again, you should receive a confirmation response back from the event lead. What are our responsibilities as safety team members in different types of emergencies? In medical emergencies, which we said before are likely to be our most common emergencies, we are there solely to support the efforts of the medical aid team. So if a medical emergency comes into us, one of us as the safety team, we ensure that the 911 emergency response system is activated. We announce it on the safety team channel. Something might sound something like, "This is Mike in Zone 6A. We have a medical emergency in Zone 6A or in room 117 or whatever." Switch over to the MAT channel, announce the same thing, as well as the parking channel, announce the same thing. Assume the acting safety team coordinator, this is Mike, assuming safety team coordinator. Make sure that someone goes to get the medical bag. We'll identify those locations in a minute. The wheelchairs and an AED are retrieved. If possible, if the patient is ambulatory, move them down to our medical staging area, which is in the men's room in the front lobby, right by the front entrance. There is now a blue bench, just like the benches in the lobby. There's a blue bench in the bathroom right there as you go in. That's a perfect location because it's isolated, it's secluded, it's quiet, it's well lighted, and it's right by the front doors. If it's in a common area like the lobby, try to evacuate those people. If the patient can't be moved, just remove all non-essential personnel with the exception of the medical aid team, and if there's a family member present, them. If it's on the second floor, make sure that the elevator is captured by the safety team, and make sure that there's a safety team member out front to escort EMS or sheriff's office, whoever it is coming in. Here are the locations of our first floor medical bags, wheelchairs, and AEDs. There's a medical bag as designated by the oval in a storage closet directly opposite the first floor children's check-in area. There's an AED on the wall in the lobby wall of the children's check-in area, as well as one through the single door on the right-hand front side of the stage. Second floor medical bag, wheelchair, and AED. There's a medical bag designated by the oval, the red oval. Come out of the elevator, turn right. There's a maintenance closet right on your left-hand side between the men's room and the women's room. There's a medical aid bag and a wheelchair there. There is an AED just on the lobby wall or on the hallway wall of room 211. And there's an AED in the hallway wall of room 224.